Welcome to UAHealth. I am going to walk you through the interface and features of this application. First, the login page where the students create their account. The first scenario is when you enter an invalid student ID which is not part of the database. You get a warning saying the student is not registered with the university. Second, we enter a valid student ID, but the student is already registered as a patient on UA Health. The student is then prompted to log in with their credentials. Now we are creating an account for a user with all valid credentials. Note that the usernames are unique. Now we test the change password functionality. Entering an invalid old password does not allow you to change the password. Finally, we update the password with all the valid credentials. Going back to the sign up page, we can test if the old password still works. It does not. Once the student logs in with the correct credentials, they are quickly asked to pick a symptom from the drop down menu, which is not recorded in the screen capture. On submitting the symptom, a chat is initiated with a doctor. Doctors are assigned based on the symptom type and their respective specializations in that domain. In a new tab, log in as a doctor using the appropriate credentials. The initial symptoms, patient ID, and name of the patient are auto-populated. The patient the patient starts the chat. The doctor can fill the patient form on the left side of the screen. The patient complains of having a stomach pain. The doctor asks about the severity of the stomach pain. The patient says that the pain is not severe. The doctor says that they can provide some medicines for this. The doctor can take notes from the conversation in the notes text bar. As you can see now. The doctor also updates the symptoms to the new symptoms that he has diagnosed. Details of the diagnosis, medicine, and the frequency of dosage can be inserted from the drop downs. The doctor can prescribe any lab test for the patients if necessary and send the prescription to a pharmacy. The doctor can also update any comments from their interactions which are recorded with their specific case. If the severity is recorded as high, there is a trigger to call for an ambulance. By choosing the Yes option from the Diagnosis Complete drop-down, the doctor can successfully register a case with all the details they have just entered. The doctor informs the patient that the case has been created and a prescription will be sent to the nearby pharmacy. There is a confirmation that the case was successfully created. Once the doctor and patient have exchanged their greetings, the doctor has the option to end the chat. Going back to the patient window, the patient can view their case histories they've had with UA Health, with all the fields that the doctor updated. They are stored and can be viewed here. The patient has a profile page where all their personal information is stored and can be updated. Passwords are encrypted. In the Book Appointments tab, the patient can book an in person appointment with a doctor at the hospital by selecting their specialization, date, and available time slot from the drop downs, which are not recorded in the screen capture. Once an appointment is booked, the patient is notified and it shows up in their appointment history. Suppose a patient wants to book another appointment for the same specialization, you will see that the same slots are not available. This again is not recorded in the screen capture but can be tested. Now we demonstrate the admin page where analytics and queries are executed. For this, we will log out of the doctor and the patient's tabs. We now log in as the administrator for UA Health. Using the admin user ID and password. This opens a new tab. The drop-down provides the various queries that the administrator can run. By picking and submitting the query, the output is displayed. One of the queries is the case count analysis, which provides insights of the cases that UA Health has dealt with on a monthly basis. Symptoms and drug patterns shows the reoccurrence of a symptom during different seasons throughout the year. Crew classification is not updated in this recording. It should be returning values when you get a chance to test it. Diagnosis appropriateness is another query which shows if a prescribed medicine is appropriate for a patient based on the recurring frequency of a particular symptom. Pharmacy medicine available is another query that has not been updated at the time of the recording, but it should work fine when tested. Patient statistics provides the statistics for each patient. The CRUD operations tab is used for performing CRUD operations on various tables by using the drop down menu. We are inserting pharmacy details into the pharmacy. By entering the individual fields, the submit populates the values in the table. By selecting the pharmacy table, you can see that the values that we just entered are available. There is an option to delete this. Thank you for your patience through this walkthrough. Happy holidays.